Okay, let's do the demo then. So, where we left off. Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to the Black Forest. My name is Josip and I'm going to tell you how to make Google clocks over here and explain you about the history of it. So let's start with the history first. And here I have the replica of the very first clock that was made here before the Google clocks. And its name is known as a wooden beam clock. It was founded by two local farmers in 1640s here. And as you can see, this clock is made out of the wood and it's composed of 3 wooden cogs inside acting as a mechanism. We have a wooden beam on the top so we can adjust the speed of the clock, 2 stones as weights and only 1 hand, so it wasn't so accurate and we needed to do a little bit guessing with the time over here. But now we move on to the second generation, and these are known as a clocks with a painted face. You can see why. They have a painted front, it is hand painted, and what's new with these clocks after that one that I showed. So now we have metal weights on the clock, we also have a metal mechanism inside similar to this one here. We have a pendulum underneath the clock, so you can move the mechanism when it's swinging around. And now we have 2 hands, so we can see time more accurately like with the modern clocks today. So now we have a minute and the hour hand separate. And now we come to the third and final generation and very first clocks with the carvings. And this is especially known as a train station clock because it was mostly found around train stations in Germany in 1860s. And the idea behind the design is that the edges represent the railway tracks here. This is also one of the first clocks to introduce the cuckoo bird. So let me show you. Every half an hour, cuckoo bird comes up 1 time. It means it's a half an hour. And on the hour, it's going to count the time. So now it's 8 o'clock, it will come out 8 times, if it's 9 times, and so on. So the idea is that you know the time without looking at the clock. So this was a little bit about the history. Now let me tell you about the clock making. For the making of the clock, we use this wood. This is known as a lime or the basswood. It is very soft wood for the carvings, and it needs to be dried up to 4 years before we can carve it. After you dry it up, I'm going to put the stencil over the wood like this, spread the shape, and then we cut out the shape that we want with the saw-like machine. So when we cut out the shape, we're going to have something like this here. And after the hand carvings, we have a decoration like this that we will eventually fit on the clock. So how we assemble everything together? First, we need to put up a simple house. Then we do the front frame like this, top decoration like this here, and we have a house ready for the clock. We also need some tools for the carvings, and for that we have tools like this. So we have over 40 different tools that we will use for the carvings. Some are smaller, some are bigger. It depends on the size of the carvings, which tool we will use for them. Inside we need something to move the clock, and for that we have 4 different types of the mechanism with 4 different movements, and they are made out of the brass and stainless steel. So first one here is called the daily mechanism, and it's called like that because we need to rewind the clock once in 24 hours. And to power these clocks, we're going to use 2 small weights over here. One is here to keep on the time, and other one is powering the bird. After that one, we have an 8-day mechanism, and this one is called like that because now we need to rewind the clock once in 8 days. But now for these clocks, we're going to use 2 bigger weights to power those, also one for the time and one for the bird here. After these 2, we also have daily and 8-day mechanism, but you can see some difference here. So this platform here on the top that spins around, we're going to use for the figurines, you can see over here. So we put the figurines around on the platform, connect the spring with the music box, music plays, and then they rotate with music, and we say they are the dancers because they dance around. So if you see that clock like this one here, has 3 weights. We know the 3rd weight is here for music and for the dancers. That's how you can recognize it if you want to have something with music. And also when I say you need to rewind the clock, this is how we do it. So let's take this one for example. As I said, if you have 2 weights, we have one for the time and one for the bird, and they are made up to the iron and they are very heavy. So the gravity is pulling them down on these chains. Chain is attached to the mechanism inside, and that's how we have movements and also what I mean when I say powering the clock. The weights are pulling the chain and powering the mechanism inside. So for rewinding, we just take the other side of the chain. We never grab them by the weights because we can break the chain then, and we just pull it up like this. So I'm going to pull the chain down. You can see the weight going all the way to the top, and when you reach the top, that's how you rewind the clock. Super easy. Also, if you have music, we need something to play it, and for that we have this music box. And this music box is the only part of the clock that is not made in Germany. This is made in Switzerland. I'm gonna play it for you now. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It's not very loud. But let's see what happens if you put it in a wooden house like this one here. It's gonna be much louder, yeah? That is because wood will amplify the sound. It vibrates and resonates inside, so we can hear it much better and louder in a wooden house. And it wouldn't be a cuckoo clock if you don't have something to imitate the cuckoo bird sound. And for that we have these bellows. And these bellows were made before with the goat skin, but it was not very durable. It was drying up and tearing up very quickly. So today they make it with a combination of cotton and nylon. So we push the air here out of these bellows, we have opening on the side, air comes in and out, creating the sound. So we have two different tones. And when we put it together, we have a cuckoo bird sound. We have a medium sizes, and we have ones that we call baby cuckoos, the cute ones. This is about the mechanical clocks, and nowadays you also have a battery operated clocks. And this is how they look inside. So they have a quartz mechanism inside, like the modern clocks today. We just put the batteries in, and that's it. They're gonna work by themselves. Also here on the side we have a switch, so we can adjust the volume, turn it off manually, adjust the bird and the music at the same time, and so on. And also these clocks on them have a light sensor. So why do we have a light sensor over here? It's here because when you want to go to sleep in the evening, you turn off the lights and music and bird won't play automatically while you sleep. So you can sleep peacefully without worrying it will make any sound during the night. And you can recognize them because they have plastic weights like this one here, and they have a shorter chain than the mechanical clocks. And we don't pull the chains on the battery clocks, it's only for the decoration purpose over here. Also for the mechanical ones, the ones I was talking before, we can do the same thing, shut off the sound, but we need to do it manually here. We don't have a sensor. So usually we have a switch on the left side of the clock. So before going to sleep, we pull out the switch. The clock will still keep working through the night, but no sound will come out. And in the morning, we pull it down and we have bird and music again. So this is all from my demonstration. I also need to tell you, if you want to buy a clock, we give you 2 years of guarantee on a clock. You guys are coming from?
India.
From Dubai. You're from Dubai. So closest service center would be Mumbai or Bangalore to you. So if you buy a clock, you can also service it over there because it's international warranty. And also your group can get tax refund automatically reduced here because they're not obliged to pay European tax. That means you need to spend minimum 50 euros, and everything after that you're gonna get 13.5% of tax refund automatically reduced here. Or if you want to do the shipping, we have a shipping option which is 89 euros to ship it anywhere in the world. You have insurance in the price, tracking numbers so you can see where the shipment is. You can ship everything up to 40 kilos, including this store and other two. It's all the same company. You can buy the shipping, and you're also gonna get the same tax refund. So whatever you do, we're gonna